your web developer is not your fucking SEO team. Website Migration Edition. Hi, client. Do you need help migrating your website from .co.uk to .com? I mean, I know you've redesigned some bits of it, so there's quite a lot to think about.
No thanks, we have it all in hand.
I mean, are you sure? There's quite a lot to consider here.
I said we're fine. Stay in your lane. Our web developers are handling it.
A few weeks later...
We have no traffic. Our sign-ups have ground to a halt, and loads of our pages have been de-indexed by Google. What have you done to our SEO?
Well, did you map the 301 redirect?
Yes.
Did you tell Google that you'd changed domain?
Yes.
Did you move all the metadata and structured data over to the new design? Your homepage meta title says home-XYZ company. Do you know what your issue is?
No, Nikki. What's our issue?
You didn't let your SEO help with your fucking migration. This is SEO fucking what? I'm Nikki, and here's the deal. I've been in SEO for over 30 years, before it was even called SEO, and I help people like you make money from your website by being found in search. Today, I want to talk to you about website migrations, because only last week I watched a business torch years of SEO work because their web developer said, don't worry, we've got the migration covered, it's not an SEO job. No, they fucking haven't. And yes, it fucking is. If you're planning to redesign your website, change your domain, move platforms, or do anything that involves URLs changing, this episode might just save your ass. Part 1. Why migrations go wrong. Right, let's talk about why this keeps happening, because it does keep happening all the fucking time. Website migration is like moving house. You've got all your stuff in one place, everything's working, people know where to find you. And then you decide to move somewhere new. Maybe because it's a nicer house, maybe it's got better foundations, maybe you just fancy a change. But when you move house, this is what you do. You tell people your new address. You set up mail forwarding. You don't just pack up in the middle of the night and hope everyone figures out where you've gone. Unless you're my Uncle Steve, but that's another story. And I hope they never find him, and I digress. But website migration works the same way. Except instead of telling the postman, you're just telling Google. And if you don't do it properly, Google doesn't just lose your post, it forgets you ever fucking existed. So why does this go wrong? Well, firstly, because web developers are not SEO experts in general. And that's not a dig at web developers. I love a good web developer. They build brilliant things and they do things that are way beyond my knowledge and skill set. But building a website and optimizing it for search are two completely different things. When a web developer says, we'll handle the SEO during the migration, what they usually mean is, we'll set up some redirects and then we'll install Yoast to make sure your site isn't actively broken. That's not SEO. That's the bare minimum to not be completely invisible.
Hello?
Secondly, nobody thinks about URLs until it's too late. Your old site had a URL structure. Maybe it was messy, maybe it was beautiful, but Google pretty much knew where everything was. And your new site probably has a different URL structure. Maybe the page that used to be at /services/SEO consultancy is now at /what we do /search engine optimization. But if you don't tell Google that those two pages are the same thing, it thinks that the old page has just disappeared. And the new page is brand new content with no authority. All the links or the rankings that were pointing to your old page are useless. All that ranking power you'd built up has gone. Thirdly, people treat redirects as an afterthought. We'll sort the redirects later. We'll get to the 301s down the line. That's like saying, we'll add the parachute after we've jumped out of the plane. Redirects after a migration aren't a nice to have. They're not something you do when you get around to it. They're the single most important part of any website migration. And if you launch without them, you are royally fucked. So what actually happens when you do cock it up? Let me tell you about a real client disaster. I've changed the names, but the pain was very fucking real. This business had been working with me on their SEO for about a year. They'd got great rankings, brilliant traffic coming in, leads were generating on a daily basis. And then they decided that their website needed a refresh, which was fair enough. But instead of involving their SEO person, hi, that's me, they huddled in a corner with their web developer and they worked on it as a dev project, not an SEO project. One of the first things they did was they changed the site from www to non-www without implementing redirects, which basically wiped out their entire site in Google's eyes. They also didn't transfer any of the blog content, so over 100 blog posts had just gone. And when I questioned them about 301 redirects, the response was a casual,
Yeah, we're getting round to the 301s down the line.
but that was 12 months of SEO work that I'd done, they'd paid for, I'd worked with a copywriter on, completely obliterated. Every single search engine listing now pointing to pages that returned 404 errors. Every bit of ranking authority had gone. All that carefully crafted content that was doing some good, invisible. But the killer blow was that they didn't even realise they were bleeding traffic or rankings until the damage was already done. And they came to me asking what I'd broken. Me. I hadn't touched a fucking thing. I stayed in my lane. But here's what happens when you launch a new website without proper planning. First of all, you get immediate traffic loss. Google can't find your content, so neither can your visitors. Your analytics will show a cliff edge drop that's enough to make you dizzy. Then you'll see vanishing rankings. Those page one positions that you worked so hard for, they'll disappear overnight as Google removes your old URLs from the index without knowing to connect them to your new ones. All those lovely links from other sites are now leading to error pages. So the authority they passed to your site, whatever it was, has gone. And if those website owners have got any sense, they'll be removing those links because their systems will be telling them that they're linking to 404s. And then you've got the user experience disaster, because nothing says professional quite like sending customers to a page that doesn't exist. And those users are going to hit their 404 errors and just bounce. They're going to go away. They're going back to Google. They're looking for something else. And come on, you know they're not coming back, right? And that puts everything into a trust freefall. Because Google starts thinking, if they can't be bothered to maintain their site properly, why should I send visitors there? Your site's credibility takes a nosedive. And unlike a lot of SEO mistakes, botched migration has immediate, catastrophic consequences that are visible within days. So here's the fix and what you need to do. Here's the fix and what you actually need to do. Whether you're planning a migration or you've already launched and things have gone a bit tits up, here's what you need to know. If you haven't done it yet, before you even think about launching, step 1, create complete URL map. Document every single URL on your old site and where it should point to on the new one. Every single one, including those blog posts from 2015 you'd forgotten about. Use a spreadsheet. Old URL in column A, new URL in column B. What action are you taking in column C? Is it a redirect? Is it getting deleted? Is it staying the same? Every single page. Use something like Screaming Frog to crawl your site if you've got access. Don't guess. Don't estimate. Know exactly what you've got. Step 2, prioritize your high traffic pages. Use your analytics, whether it's GA4 or Clicky or whatever, to identify your most important pages. Because these are your money pages, the ones that bring in traffic, the ones that convert visitors, the ones with links pointing at them, the ones with rankings, the ones that make sales, the ones that track events. These are the pages that get extra attention. Double check the redirects, triple check them. Because if you fuck up a page that gets 500 visitors a month, that's 500 visitors now hitting a 404 error and thinking you're just a little bit shit. Step 3, set up your redirects properly. A 301 redirect is your forwarding address. It tells Google and users that this page has permanently moved. Not a 302, which is temporary, a 301, permanent. And for the love of all that is holy, don't redirect everything to your homepage. That's like telling everyone who visits your old house, just drive around the neighbourhood, you'll find us eventually. Every old page needs to redirect to its equivalent new page. If there isn't an equivalent, redirect it to the next most relevant page. Only redirect to the home page as an absolute last resort. Step 4, move your metadata. And this is where so many redesigns fall over. You've got page titles, meta descriptions, heading structures, alt text on images, schema structured data markup. All of that needs to come across to the new site. If your old homepage had a carefully crafted title tag that was ranking beautifully, and your new homepage says home company name, well, you've just told Google that this is a completely different page, and Google has no idea what that page is about. Export all your metadata before the migration. Make sure it gets imported to the new site. Check it after launch. Don't assume your web developer has done this. It's entirely likely they haven't. Step 5, tell Google what you've done. If you're changing domain, use Google Search Console's change of address tool. It's literally a button that says, I've moved my site from here to here. Please update your records. Submit your new XML sitemap. Let Google know where all your new pages are. This speeds up the process of getting your new site indexed properly. Step 6, test everything before you launch. Set up your redirects on a staging site. Click through every single one. Check that they go where they're supposed to go. Check there aren't redirect chains where one redirect points to another, which points to another, which points to another. Because every hop in a redirect chain loses a little bit of authority. You want direct connections, not a maze. And step 7, monitor this like your fucking business depends on it. Because it does. After launch, you need to be looking at Google Search Console for crawl errors, your rankings for key terms, your traffic levels, your conversion rates. If something's broken, you need to know about it immediately. Not next week, not when you get round to checking, now. Set up alerts. Check at least daily for the first week, weekly for the first month. This is when problems show up, and the faster you can catch them, the easier they are to fix. But what if you've already fucked it? If you've already launched without proper redirects, I want to say don't panic, but you probably already are, and you really should be. So panic a little bit, but then act. Get your redirects in place now. Even late is better than never. Every day those redirects aren't working is another day you're hemorrhaging visitors. Check Search Console for crawl errors. See what pages are returning 404s and fix them. Priority goes to the pages with the most authority and the most traffic. Submit your new sitemap. Help Google find your new pages faster. Contact those sites with your most valuable backlinks. Ask them to update their links to your new URLs. Yes, this is fucking tedious. Yes, it's worth it. And if everything's gone completely pear-shaped, you might need to roll back to your old site while you fix things properly. And this is why you always keep a backup. You did keep a backup, right? So there you have it. Website migration isn't black magic, but it does require attention to detail and a solid plan. And more importantly, it requires actually involving your SEO person before you launch, not after everything's on fire and you're looking for someone to blame. And if this helped, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your web developer. Share it with your marketing manager. Share it with anyone who's about to make a very fucking expensive mistake. Make sure you're following SEO fucking what in whichever app you're listening to right now so you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, get found, make money, and for fuck's sake, let your SEO help with your migration.